Hello friends, so it's me Satya Prakash and today we are going to make a simple login form in Flutter. Okay, so for this let's see which login form which we are going to create. Okay, so this is a login form which we are going to create in Flutter. Okay, so for this let's move to our VS Code. Okay, then open terminal here and run command flutter create login form. Okay, so this will take some time and you can see there is a folder which name is login form. Okay, so to run this in the emulator, firstly we have to move in the login form folder. So for this we have to run command cd login form. Okay, so you can see we are means before we are in the directory semicolon, but now we are in the login form. Okay, so let's close this and now just open our lib folder. Okay, and now you can see that there is a lot of code, so we are going to create all these from scratch. So just erase all these things. Okay, and now you can see that there is only a import material. Don't worry, I will erase this also. Okay, so we have to code it from scratch. Okay, so let's import our material.dart. So import material.dart, then main, and in the main we have a run app, and in the run app we have to name our visit, that is, let's name it my app. Okay, and now we have to create a stateless widget name my app, and to create stateless widget we have to simply type stl and enter and name this my app. Okay, and now in the my app we have to return, it's already written a container. Okay, so in the place of that we have to simply return material app. So we have to return material app. Okay, and now put here semicolon, and in the material app there is a title. Okay, and you can name any title, like I will give it semicolon login form. Okay, and after that we have home option, home. Okay, and in the home we will name it login form. Okay, means actually this login form is a stateless widget. Okay, and again we have to create stateless widget, and then for this we have just type stl and then sorry, this is login form, so this is login. Okay, and now in this widget we have to simply return scaffold. Okay, so just return scaffold and put there semicolon, and in the scaffold we have option app bar. Okay, firstly let's run it. Okay, what it is. So to run it I will open my emulator. So for this just Control Shift P. Okay, and then launch emulator, and I have emulator name SemiKolan. I will open it. This will take a little bit time. Okay, so you can see we have our emulator SemiKolan. Okay, so now, and to run this code into this emulator, just click here, run. Okay, so it will automatically start your Gradle build and all these things to run in the emulator. You can see the message launching lib main.dart on Android SDK build for x86 in debug mode. Okay, so you have to wait for a little bit time. So you can see after a long time this code is running in this emulator, and in the emulator we have only white background. Okay, and this is because of our scaffold. Okay, so let's put some text in the scaffold. Okay, so now in the scaffold we have option for body. Okay, and in the body let's put a simple text, and let's say our text is semicolon. Okay, so let's refresh it and see in the emulator. So you can see there is a semicolon. Okay, so there is a problem that it is in the unsafe area. Okay, so to avoid this we have to wrap scaffold with the safe area. Okay, and now let's see it. Okay, so you can see that there is a little bit shift in the word semicolon. Okay, so now focus on our login page. So this is our login page. Okay, so now you can see that. Okay, so this whole area is our scaffold. Okay, means this whole area is our scaffold. Okay, and in the scaffold we have simply firstly space, means white space. Okay, and then our text. Okay, so we can cover this white space by sized box, means there is a special widget in the Flutter that is sized box. Okay, and to cover this member, means this text, we have a text widget. Okay, and because this is in the center, so we have to wrap this text in the center. Okay, so let's code it. So in the place of semicolon I have to print our member. Okay, so let's print here member. Okay, and one more point which we have to notice is that, means we can assume this whole scaffold, means inside scaffold we can assume it as a single column. Okay, so inside this scaffold firstly we have to give a column. Okay, so firstly I have to erase this text, and now column. Okay, and inside the column we have children. So inside children now we have to give our text, and in the text we have member. Okay, let's refresh it. Okay, and now you can see that our text semicolon is changed to our member. Okay, and now we want a little bit spacing above our member. Okay, so for this I have already told you that we are going to use here sized box. Sized box. Okay, and sized box, inside sized box we have to give its height, that how much space we want. Okay, so let's say our height is 100. Okay, let's refresh it. Okay, so now you can see there is a little shift in our member. Okay, and now we want this member in the center of our screen. Okay, so now for that we can simply wrap this text by center visit, and now refresh this. You can see our member is shifted to center. Okay, and now we have to give a little bit styling to this member, means our font size should be large and color should be blue. Okay, so for this simply there is inside text we have style, and in the style we can pass text style. Okay, and text, inside text style we have a lot of options. When you hover on the text style, you can see there is a lot of options like font weight and color and all these things. So now we are going to increase its font size. So for that, font size is simply, we can put, let's this 20. Okay, so little bit more, so let's increase it to 30. And give it color, this color dot blue, and now refresh it. Okay, so this gets changed from black to blue, and just copy this and paste in the again. So, and just change this member to login, and you can see there is a difference in the font size of member and login and in the font weight. Okay, so we are going to increase its font size to 35, and we will increase its font weight. So font weight dot bold. So let's refresh it. Okay, so you can see there is a member and login. Okay, so now after this you can see that again we have to give here a little bit spacing. So again we can cover this by our sized box. Okay, and this is our, means this is something in which user can enter something. Okay, so for this in the Flutter we have text form field or text field. Okay, so text field or text form field, sorry, text field or text form field. Okay, and now again we have to give a little bit spacing, and again we have text form field, and then again spacing, and then we have button. Okay, so let's implement this part. So after this again we have a sized box, to keep spacing, so size box, and its height is simply, let's say we will give it to 50. And after this size box we have text form field. Okay, so let's refresh it. Now you can see changes. Okay, so there is a simple line, and when you click on this, okay, then you can enter something here, and this keyboard is automatically open. I am entering from simply keyboard. You can enter from this virtual keyboard. Okay, but you can see the text form field which we are going to make is its width is smaller, and there is something message like username or mobile to tell the user what to be entered. Okay, so for this simply our text form field accept a decoration. Okay, and in the decoration it will accept input decoration, and inside input decoration we have label text, and in the label text we can pass username or mobile. Okay, and let's refresh it. So you can see that there is a message username or mobile. Okay, so now we have to decrease its width. Okay, so for this we can simply wrap it with container. Okay, and simply I will give width to this container width, and I will give width in media query. So syntax is simply media query dot of and context dot size dot width. Okay, and if you want to give widths like 90%, 80% or 70%, I will give it 90%. So for this we have to simply multiply it with 0.9. Okay, so let's refresh it. Okay, so you can see it will automatically shorter than previous one. Okay, so now we have to give its border. So we will give border to the container, not to text form field. Okay, so for this inside container we have again decoration, and this decoration will accept box decoration. Okay, and inside box decoration we have border, and this border accept border dot all, and its color is simply colors dot blue. Okay, and I will give width of border simply 2, and its width is 2. So let's refresh it. Okay, so you can see simply sorry, I will change this color to blue. This is black. Okay, now refresh it. Okay, so now it's working well. So now there is another problem, that is there is no spacing between the border and username. Okay, so to give this spacing we can simply wrap this text form field by padding. Okay, so now you can wrap it by padding. It will automatically give padding to all the sides. Just refresh it. You will observe that simply that username is little bit shifted to right side. Okay, And there is another problem that this text form field has a inner border. Okay, so now we have to disable it. To disable it, inside our text form field input decoration, we have option for border, and I will give it input border dot none. Okay, and just refresh it. Okay, so now you can see that this is not visible now. Okay, you can simply enter like text, like I will enter username on mobile like Semi, or you can enter anything. Okay, so now what we'll have to do is simply again just copy this container, this whole container, and just paste there. Okay, and now in below username or mobile we have password field. Okay, so just change this to password. Okay, now refresh it. So you can see there is a field for username and password. Okay, and now we will have to give a simple spacing between username and mobile, sorry, username and password. Okay, so for spacing we will always use sized box. Sized box, and give its height to, let's say, 30. Okay, so now you can see this is little bit shifted towards down. Okay, and now now you can see there is a elevation. Okay, means there is a little bit animation between this username field and this background. Okay, so to give this elevation we can simply wrap this container via widget, that is card, and inside card we have elevation, and let's give its elevation to 4. Okay, now just refresh it. Now you can see there is a little bit animation. Okay, sorry, means little bit shadow, and just same with this container, wrap it and with card, and then elevation to 4. Okay, and now our task is to again, means we have to give a spacing, and now we have login button. Okay, so to give spacing we have sized box, and height is simply 30, and after this we have simply a button. So we will give it text button, and on pressed, in the on pressed just print their simple message, print login is pressed. Okay, just put their semicolon, and now we have child. This child is simply text, and just give it login. Okay, now just refresh it. So you can see there is a login, and to make this to make exact like this, we have to simply wrap it with a container. Okay, and now we will give it width to 200 and decoration, box decoration, and inside box decoration we have colors dot blue and border radius dot all, and let's give it border radius to 50. Okay, border radius dot circular. Okay, and give it radius to 50 and just refresh this. Okay, so now we have to change the color of login our text. So now for this style and text style colors dot white, and now refresh this. Okay, so this is our login message, and now we have to decrease its width and increase the font size of login. Okay, so decrease its width to 150. So just refresh this, it is perfect or not. Okay, so it's good now, and now we have to simply increase the font size of login. Font size, and let's say font size is 20. Okay, so now it's good, and now we have this forget password. Okay, here is our forget password, and this is not simple text. Okay, this is a text button. Okay, means when we press this, then we will be directed to any other screen. Okay, to recover our password. Okay, so again we will use a text button. Okay, so after this container we will have text button, and on pressed we will print the message text button is pressed. Okay, and now inside child it will accept text, and we will give a forgot password. Okay, so just refresh there. Now you can see there is a text button which is forget password. Okay, so now let's open our terminal and just debug console. Okay, so now let's press this login button. Okay, so you can see that there is a login message, that is login is pressed. Again we will press this forget password, so means this text button is pressed. Okay, so means you can give a message to a developer Okay, and now let's move to our next task. That is simply we have to give message to user that if you are not a member, then register as a admin. Okay, so this is normal text and wrap with a container. So for this, simply we will have to give here text. So in the text we have to type message if you are not member, register as a admin. Okay, and to give its border, just wrap it with the container and set this container to width and height. So its width, let's say this width is 400, and to give its border, simply there is a decoration, box decoration, and in the box decoration we have border and border dot all in colors dot blue. Okay, and its height is, let's say its height is 40. Okay, just refresh this. Okay, so now you can see there is a message. So now we have to simply decrease its width. So let's say decrease it to 300. Okay, so this width is decreases, but there is a problem that this message is in the just one corner. Okay, and now we have to take this message in the center of this border. So to do that, we have to do nothing, just we have to wrap this text with the center, wrap with center. Okay, refresh this. Okay, now we will see exact message as we want. Okay, so you can compare this login form. It is as that one. Okay, means we have left one thing, that is we have to give this, if means this message to color. So we can inside text we have simply style and just text style and color to colors dot blue. Okay, just refresh this and you will find that this color is converted to blue. Okay, so this is exact as that one. So I will give this code to you via GitHub link. Okay, means I will put this GitHub link to in the description box, and if you have any query, just comment me in the comment box. So thank you.